Hello, 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 my darlings. Well, it is Good Friday in the United States, I guess around the world, but it depends on your beliefs. But it's Good Friday for me. And, when I was growing up, Good Friday is just a very somber day. I don't know, it was very reflective. We didn't have, nothing was open like it is in Atlanta. The banks were open today and the mail ran today. Nobody did anything. Nobody moved around in Gary, Indiana on Good Friday. And so I don't know, maybe in your small town or maybe where you from, you don't move around on Good Friday. But it was just different for me this year even. And I guess because I had a lot going on, it seemed like the enemy was just fighting me at every move. And so it just reminded me of what Good Friday is all about and how we're fighting principalities. I mean, I've just never had so many little attacks. It's just amazing. But when you know the Lord and when you prayed up and you know what you know that you know, then you just have to let it roll off of you. Let it roll off of you. So thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life. A Slice of Life. If you remember on yesterday, and I think it's important for me to talk about the 8 signs a woman is secretly unhappy in her life. And the reason why I want to talk about that, because during holiday times, you should watch people, keep up with your family anyway, but really keep up with them at holiday time. People have lost loved ones, and check on your friends, check on your family, check on your sorors, your frat brothers. If they lost someone within this past quarter, you don't know what they're feeling. You don't know what's going on with them, and so I just try to be mindful of that. And when I came across the 8 signs a woman is secretly unhappy in her life, according to psychology, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about that. And on yesterday, or the last show, whenever you saw last, I gave you about 4 of them. One, she stopped pursuing her hobbies. If you stop pursuing your hobbies and it's something you do all the time, it may be a reason. Maybe you just don't want to do it anymore. It's kind of that's not normal, really. If that's your hobby, you've been doing this for years. But it could come to where you transition to something else. So it may be hard to put that in a box. But if that person is always your friend, your person, your household, your spouse, your sister, your cousin, your niece, that person. If that sister is always talking about something that she loves, like this right here, and you hear me say, I don't want to do it anymore, then you might want to check me. You need to check my pulse, check my head, check something. Because people all know me, been knowing me a long time. When the red light comes on, that's a Georgian. But, just stop. When the person has stopped pursuing her hobbies, check on them. And the next thing we talked about was she cancels her friends. Just isolates herself. And this could be him and her. I just think we just need to be more in tune with humanity. I think when the pandemic came about, we got distant. And I think we're still a little distant. I don't know, there's something in the air about it. It doesn't seem like we're close anymore. But anyway, just check on your friends for that. She seems disconnected. You're talking to the person and they're looking off somewhere. They don't hear anything you say, then I need you to go back and check on it. And then the last one I talked about, I think on the last show, she's constantly criticizing herself. That's for anybody. I told you, if it happens right here, it happens everywhere else. If it happens right here, it happens everything else. So the life and death is in the tongue. You heard that a lot, many times at church. But it only came home to many of you recently when you got into manifestation, or when you moved into meditation, or when you saw the thing, you said something and things start happening. I told you and I tell you, you are living the life that you spoke. You're living the life. When I like my glasses, I leave them on. When you're living the life that you dreamed of, this is the life that you have right now. That came out of your mind, out of your mouth. You see, so what you want to do is improve on that by saying bigger and better things about yourself, about your family, and just talk yourself off out of the coffin, off of the surgery. Just talk yourself onto something else and add with that prayer. Because prayer is talking. Prayer is discussing with God what is a positive thing that you would like to have happen, what you'd like to see happen. So it's all right to say pray, but people don't like to say manifestation. But you're still praying. It's all right to say I'm gonna talk myself out of it. People frown at that, but when you praying, what are you doing? You're talking, right? You're talking to God. You having a conversation. And then the other thing I forgot, I said she's always exhausted. So take a look at that. And then today, there's more on the list, and she overreacts to everything. Now normally you come in, you put something down, you've been doing this for years, you have a routine, but all of a sudden she overreacts. You can't don't place it on hormones, because that's the first thing people want to say. Don't but it might be a struggle. It's maybe a struggle going on and this is the only way she can she and he. Trust me, I'm saying about anybody, but I'm right now. I want to talk to women. It may be something she overreacts to everything, though. Not one thing, but everything. Then we need to just maybe have a session with her, or she might need to go to therapy. I just believe in therapy. I haven't had it myself, but I believe that it works. I've heard a lot of people say, and I know I need some. Okay, so I will admit, the first thing to do is admit you need some therapy, so I know I need some. But secondly, when somebody overreacts to everything, then don't get angry with them. Find out, talk, quiet them down, and go another route. Find out what's really going on. Well, you see, because we seem like we're in the middle of another pandemic, but it's a different kind. It's a different kind. People are not kind to one another. People are mean. Something happened during the pandemic that maybe you were always like this. I don't know. Maybe people were always like this. But that seems to be less benevolence. And that's disturbing to me. And so, I don't know. I just wish you would just pay attention to someone who overreacts to everything. All right. Then her appetite has changed. Now, my appetite needs to change. I didn't go get me a Sammy cake today, so that may be an improvement for me. I was right there. I was right there where I could have gone and gotten it. But I said, no, Georgianne, don't get that Sammy cake. But I didn't have the right reason. The right reason is my daughter made sweet potato pies. So that's why I didn't get the Sammy cake. I couldn't figure out how to have a Sammy cake and the sweet potato pie. That's just too much. But anyway, I digress. The person's appetite has changed. Some people turn to food for comfort. Sometimes when it's rough, I'll go get me some ice cream or just, but I like my ice cream with Crown Royal, so I'm not a good example, but sometimes people do go to food and turn to food and they overeat and they look, it's we need to talk, we need to visit with people, we need to pull our friends aside, we need to just reach out and ask, do they need some help? And here's the problem with that. We don't want to say we need help. I'm the first one to say, no, I'm fine. And I know I'm not. I'm going to admit, it's somebody out there just like me. I'm fine. People say, how you doing? I'm fine. How you doing? Everything's fine. And when it's not. And why would you go and do that? Why do I do that? Because then I'll say, but I want to talk myself into my wellness. That's why I do it. I say I'm fine, and then I go meditate with myself and remember what I tell you all, and remember what I'm supposed to do to keep myself going. But I'm human, so I have human frailties, and one of them is sometimes I don't know what's going on. But by the same token, I know how to bring Georgianne back, and some people don't know how to bring themselves back. And so I'm hoping that I'm speaking to somebody on the other side of this video here, that you would bring yourself back or go get some help. Go get some help. Go find family. Now, all family, make you another family. If that family is not the family, because we got some crazy folks. Everybody got somebody in their family that you don't know how they got there. You have to go do the bloodline, but nevertheless, we love them. We love family. But if you have to make you another family, go get some people that love you and that love you, or nurture some other people. Or better still, go give of yourself. I found volunteering to be the best thing. Go to the shelters, go different places, and just give yourself. You feel so much better when you give to yourself. You just come home and feel all hyped up. At least I do. I like volunteering. I guess people say you have volunteered your way. You need some money. I know I do, but listen. If the person's appetite has changed, pay attention. See, we're not paying attention to the person right next to you, right in the bed with you, right across the street from you, right in the cubicle next to you. Pay attention. And maybe send a little note. People still do notes? I don't know. Well, some people are feeling lonely. A lot of loneliness is going on. A lot of it. I don't know how to fix it. That's not what Georgine can do. How about this next one? She's neglecting her physical appearance. Now, if you don't see me like this, now at home, I mean, when all this is over, I do have to break it all down and start all over again. No, but if you see me out and it ain't all this, you need to go call somebody. You need to call and say, "Oh, I saw Georgianne. I didn't know who that was." She's neglecting her physical appearance. There's something wrong. It's something not right. It's look for the change in the grooming habits. That's male and female. And just see, is there something unsettling going on, or we're people of a certain age, so it could be beginning dementia. It could be a number of things. You see, pay attention to that person right next to you, in front of you, behind you. Let's have man's inhumanity to man is what it just disturbs me. It disturbs me to no end. But I'm going to do everything I can on a slice of life. And then last but not least, let me make sure I'm where I am. The final thoughts they say here is, to determine if a woman is secretly unhappy in life can be a challenge. It can be a challenge because we do a good job of masking. Now, if you want a mask, a woman can give you a mask you would never know. You ask any man. I won't say that. But anyway, you'll never know what's going on with us. Never. You could be talking to us about one thing and we all the way, the mind is somewhere else. We're doing a grocery list of what we got to do at school, and we're just smiling at you and looking at you. We're not even thinking about you. Okay? So the masking is a problem. And getting to the bottom of that, it's rough right now. I know people saying, "Oh, it's happy." No, it's not. It's not happy-go-lucky out here. It's not happy-go-lucky out here. Everybody's pretending that it's happy-go-lucky, but there's an undercurrent. I don't know about you all, but it's an undercurrent that is dangerous. It's a dangerous undercurrent. The weather's not right. People not right. Jobs are not right. When Macy's shut down, they're not going to have any more Macy's. They're going to have fewer Macy's. Let me tell you something. I have people who don't want to look at the news. Crazy. You need to look at the news. You need to see what's going on. You need to hear what's going on, because you are people of a certain age and you could put that thing together so you could be prepared. And what we're prepared for, I don't know. Now, see, I want you to have fun. I want you to go, Starbucks, and go get a drink. And, we just can't always be worried. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying be conscious. Just be conscious. Did you see what they did in Tennessee to a HBCU? Well, this is not a political space. I don't do politics. I wouldn't be on YouTube 5 minutes if I did politics. What I want to do is to try to bring us all to a space where we can cope. I'm not trying to say, I'm not taking you to a happy space every minute. That's not, you make your own self happy. I'm not trying to make it sad. That's all up here. But I'm working on a coping space. A place where, somewhere I say something to make you go, I need to see about that. I need to see about myself. I needed something. Life is moving on. It's moving on so fast you don't even know how fast it's moving. And we don't have time for a lot of foolishness. And you don't have time. Let me tell you something. If you love somebody and you're not with that person and they love you, something's wrong with that. You don't love them. If you love somebody, you need to tell them you love them every day. Do you know that the people I hope the family told the people on the bridge. Do you understand what I'm saying about that bridge? That bridge has stayed with me. I remember an accident. I don't know if you remember this. The person was under the viaduct. And the car came off the viaduct. Now you under the viaduct. And your car sticking out. And the car came over the viaduct. And both people died. I think that they died. You don't know You could be talking. One lady went to the door and they found her at the door. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did the person say I love you? See, I don't. My going home need to be 20 minutes long enough to roll me down and say whatever the pastor say and roll me out. I don't need nobody to stand up there talking about Georgian this, Georgian that. If you didn't tell Georgian why Georgian was here, I cannot hear it in that casket. I don't know why people do all that. The funerals are for the living, not for the dead. You have time to tell people you love them. You need to tell people you love them. You need to say something to somebody right today. Reach out, because they'll be gone in a minute. I got friends who have lost their husbands, lost their wives, and they lost their children. And they're just trying to think, what was the last thing I said? What did I say last? You see? I told, I don't know. I'm getting off the where I'm going. I have a passion for you. I have a passion for you. I know who some of you are, but the others of you over there in these other countries, I have a passion for you. Because you're taking time to watch this show, to hear what this woman is saying, and incorporating it in your life and getting that spark. For some of you, it's nobody else saying what I'm saying. I know that. And for others of you, you need to hear it again. So I tell you, I like R.C. Blake. You know, I like him. When we talk about queens, I love a black woman or a woman being a queen. I do. And being treated like one. And Hardly Initiated will tell you about how to be treated like one. Tony Gaskell will tell you how to be treated like one. You know, Kiara 511 talks about the Lord from her heart. And I love a person who could talk about the Lord from their heart. Okay? Reno talks about the Lord and how people are, you see. And so I listen to them, and then I take some of that and I bring it to you from me. And I have my own life. I got enough life to share with you. And I just want you to do more, have more, be more, and enjoy more. And use this. Use this more. Think it? No, where's it go? Conceive it, believe it, achieve it. That's for real. Think and Grow Rich is a real book. It's for real. Manifestation, for real. What is it? Praying. You pray. You pray. And when you pray, don't you expect? So if you pray and expect, why can't you take that same and carry it on every day? Just be in prayer all day. That's what pray without ceasing. It's the same thing. You're praying all day. You see? God got you. God got you. And here's the good thing about it. I love you. And you can't do anything about it. Enjoy Resurrection Sunday.